What's up, man? Dude? Bro?
What's up, bro? Hey, bro.
Hey, brah.
How's them tits, bro?
Yeah.
You're so aggressive in bed.
Yeah.
Why can't we just make love?
It's passionate.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Well, how come whenever we're done, I'm the one that limps away? What's up, everybody?
Hey, y'all.
I'm Chad.
And I'm Brittany, and we're the new tribe. We're bringing you the new real.
We are bringing you little
Real.
bitty bits of this
Raw.
and that.
Rugged.
Little bitty bits of her on crack.
Real, raw, and ruggedly.
What's up, guys? We got a
New
great,
feature.
yes, we
For
got
the channel.
a great surprise for those of you that are going to be surprised, I guess. I don't know, man. I'm just like winging it here.
Yeah, maybe you didn't read the title.
I'm chicken winging it here. Just in case you didn't read the title and you just blindly clicked on the video, we are doing some MGK.
Yes,
I could be
featuring
a fucking ring announcer.
Naomi Wild.
I could.
You could.
In this corner. Before we get into all of that, crap. I fucking
shoot.
dropped it on the ground.
Oh, I thought it was open.
I'm glad it wasn't open, guys. Grab your drinks. Lift your drinks high in the sky. Crack them bitches up. Hold on. This is the first time I've ever did this. Crack them open and let's toast those haters out there, guys. Darling, please explain to
Why?
these fine people why we do that.
Because they need love the most, of course.
That's right, guys. We don't treat hate with hate. We don't re-hate. We don't. We just don't.
We just don't.
There's too much negativity in the world.
Yep.
So we try to pat them on their little behinds, give them a nice wave, and tell them to be on their way. We ain't got no time for that shit here.
Yes. And I mean, it's just a projection of hate inside themselves anyways. So why would you want to give that attention? You know,
Right,
it's like
because
giving a toddler what they want, and then they're just
Exactly.
going to throw more tantrums.
Why would you want to do that? Because you'd be too busy subscribing. You like
And
how I
ringing the bell.
threw that in there like that,
that
guys.
was good.
That was good, guys. What you're gonna see here is we just did a live stream. Okay, so we are going to play you the live stream
Yes.
that we did of this reaction. Okay, we literally just got done, and we don't monetize our live streams or anything like that. But
It's
this
copyright mania.
song was so good,
Yes.
we decided we needed to make its own video
And it's new, too.
and showcase it. Absolutely.
Yes.
And this is the first time he's ever been on this channel. We've been longtime MGK fans. Now I will say we haven't heard any of his, haven't heard any of it, but we don't listen to his new
Yes.
genre music. We're not big punk rock listeners.
Yes.
We are open to everything. We like all music. We just tend to listen to hip hop more.
We actually went to an MGK concert
We
for
did.
my 27th birthday. Birthdays
did.
are huge in our house. It's literally celebrating a person's existence. This is Taurus. This is literally celebrating who he is, and this is, I guess, goes along with the movie that he made about himself. We're super pumped to watch it.
All right, so let's check out this reaction. You ready?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
Woo!
All right, guys, we're going to get the first one started for the first time ever on the new
This
reel.
channel, yeah.
This is Machine Gun Kelly.
Taurus featuring Naomi Wild. I don't know who Naomi Wild is
I have
either.
no idea
I
who
might
that
have
is
heard
either.
her. Like we said the last live, we're real bad about names. But, if, I recognize her voice, I'll let y'all know.
I want it to sound far from everything.
I seek you out, fled you alert.
It's the Twilight song.
One more word and you won't survive.
I didn't leave a letter on my desk saying goodbye. People think I left even though I'm still here. Pressure made its way through my chest to my heart like a spark does. Fireworks on the new year, burning me alive. Life imitates art. There are flames on my arms tattooed right here.
Ooh, this is
dope.
dope.
This is kind of got a hip hop vibe to it. Is that
Yes.
what this is?
Well, he said
Is this
that
supposed to be a hip hop track?
He said his next album was gonna be a rap album.
Really?
Yeah, if he did something. I don't know if he was just being playful, or if he was being for real. But yeah, he was mentioning it, and I was like, yes, please, because he's came out with a few rap songs since then.
Yeah,
and we've
and
listened to him, and he's still just as dope.
he's still super talented. And like we've said before, guys, we tend to be more biased when it comes to hip hop because at least me especially, that's always been a passion of mine. Music in general though is a passion of ours, so we
Yes.
are fans of all different genres. We just tend to listen on a regular to more hip hop than anything.
Just like everybody has their own
So,
preferences. Yeah.
I have respect for any artist that gets out there and puts himself out there. So with all the bullshit aside, I'm gonna give MGK his props where them props are due, because I've never seen somebody do what he did and literally say, hey, I'm a hip hop artist, you know, and a damn talented one at that.
Yep.
But check this out.
Yeah.
I can also do this. And not only did he switch to a complete genre, but he basically came and brought back to life another kind of genre, another
in his unique type of fashion,
right?
Because he's very, unique in his own way. I watched a video with him and Megan Fox, and she's into astrology like I am, and I guess he's got a Gemini moon, which makes a lot of sense because that's your emotional stability and what makes you happy. So obviously, Geminis, they have like 4 different personalities, if not more. And obviously he needs multiple things in his life, in his creative outlets to make him happy.
Yes.
And everybody should be doing in life what makes them happy. That's just my whole thing.
And I mean,
he's a Taurus too, so that's what this song is called, and it's about a movie called Taurus. So I'm assuming it's going to be a movie about him.
I'm pumped to check it out.
Tattooed right here, bury me alive, disappear underground where they found me before I ever had this career.
I seek you out.
Oh, I love this.
Flay you alive. One more word and you won't
Damn, her voice is fucking fire.
This is a Twilight song.
Really?
Not scared of your stolen power. I see right through you any hour.
Yes.
I'm staring at a diamond knowing that they are forever. Even if my body isn't still around the well. Suits are only for the funerals and not the weddings. Only vows I made that other person couldn't share.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Damn. Now look, I get the emotion that came from people when he switched genres. I get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I get why they were upset, but that being said, man, you can't criticize somebody that hard like that for following their passion. You'll have people saying, oh, Eminem, made him switch genres. Eminem did this, and he did that because, whatever. He was going
timing.
there no matter what. I mean, I, on the real, I do think Eminem won the whole battle thing. Y'all can roast me in the comments if you want to.
Yeah.
I'm talking just, out of technicality and all that.
Yes.
But he was going that way anyway. That was his passion. You know what I mean? And you can tell that it's not just that, because he's still doing stuff like this. You know what I mean? He's still got that passion for hip hop. He's still got the passion for music, and that's what we look for in an artist. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be one or the other.
How cool would it be? Ooh, goodness.
Just knocking it out.
The arm actually goes over here with me, and I talk with my hands, obviously. How cool would it be if he meshed like an album with the pop punk and rap? That'd be pretty cool. I love when genres come together if they do it right.
I don't see how it's not coming.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems
This is
something.
kind of,
Yeah.
I made that other person couldn't share. Know that I'm a monster like the one under the bedding. Afraid of having kids, I'm scared I'll be just like my parents. These were my decisions, now this cross I gotta wear it. Self-inflicting these decisions, yeah, I can no longer bear it.
I won't soothe your pain.
sick of sitting inside of this room, cause every thought I got's negative. I'm sick of not being able to sleep and relying only on a sedative.
That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. Shit, man.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to still go to one of his shows.
Yeah.
You know what I
well,
mean?
I've seen on that show that we watched.
Yes.
I don't know if you call it a documentary. Is
I
it
don't
a
know what it was. I don't even know the name of it.
It was something he put together though, showing like behind the scenes. But his shows still look dope as hell.
Yeah.
He's just a performer.
He is. That's what I was
And he's
saying.
an amazing
like we
performer.
said, we seen him at his Alpha Omega show in St. Louis, sold out.
Yep.
It was fucking hype. The
Yep.
energy that he puts into his performances is infectious.
Yes.
And just watching it on like behind the scenes and
Mm-hmm.
like she said that documentary, you can tell it's infectious. He
Well,
could be
yeah.
out there farting on a snare drum
Yes.
and he would put so much fucking passion in it. You know what I
He'd
mean?
feel it.
I'd be like, man, I'm gonna go home and take a shit on mine. You know, like inspiring type of stuff.
Yeah, and now that his budget's even bigger too, because he's, like I said, had hella success with this.
Yeah.
Like, man, the stages and just his creative mind is
Yeah.
just amazing to see come together.
Sleep and relying only on a sedative. I'm sick of hearing another voice telling me what to do in my head again. Psychiatrist said he's imaginary, but I know he's real if I said he is. Fighting with myself, so I can't help that I'm competitive. This movie is my life, but I still remain uncredited. I don't care how big I get, I still remain unedited. I built
Yes.
this from the ground up, y'all just living it. Long
Y'all just living it. Damn, man, that's fucking fire, dude.
I love how he said that it doesn't matter how, big he gets, he's still going to be himself. He's still
Yeah.
going to be unedited, and he
Hell
doesn't
yeah.
give a fuck.
Hell
That's
yeah.
what I've always loved about him.
Hell yeah.
up, y'all just living it. Long hair, don't care, I'm not trimming it. Fuck vanity, caught up in an image made by the internet. My insanity's imminent. All sharks I'm swimming with. What's hell, I've been in it. My happiness is bankrupt, but my credit card's unlimited. Fuck, yeah. Find you just to remind you.
Yeah. My happiness
I love
bankrupt,
him.
my credit card's unlimited.
Unlimited.
That's fucking cold. That's cold.
Man.
I mean, just a little one-liner right there.
Oh,
That
he
is
had a
fucking
million of them
dope,
in there.
man.
And he said, the psychiatrist says that the person in his head that talks to him isn't real, but he says it is because it's a reality to him.
Yeah.
And I love that because that's true. Just because they've got some kind of title doesn't mean that they're the professional of all, mental things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they're only taught what has been taught to us.
Yeah.
So, who knows how far that really goes.
see
That
this-
can be a whole different discussion. But he's, like I said, a Gemini moon. Of course he's got multiple people in his head.
Did you see the size of that fucking show?
Yeah.
Good God, man.
God.
I would literally, I would be able to tell you exactly what my own balls taste like. They'd be like, I'd be so nervous. You know what I mean? But you could probably tell me that.
Well, I mean, in that, yeah, in that show that we watched, he was talking about how he doesn't like himself in real life. When he's on stage, that's when he feels like himself.
Yeah.
And you can tell it too, which he shouldn't feel that way. To be able to come up with what he comes up with, he's got to be a dope person.
Absolutely.
In general.
Absolutely. I love how he came in too. You know what I mean?
Yes.
With that switch, that the vibe was so kind of melodic and
Down
had
and
that
yeah,
you
like,
had that real melodic
yeah.
vibe to it, and then he just come in hard there at the end.
Love it.
Fuck, yeah. Find you just to remind you that when you're born an anomaly nowadays, it's probably gonna be harder to find you. Don't leave the past behind you. Don't forget all of the fans who ride. Go back and open up the catalog to my first songs and rewind you. Remember the things that drive you. Remember the feeling of being alone in a home as a kid every night with this trauma, but having nobody to cry to. Growing up and having trust issues. Now everyone I say bye to. Looking up at the sky, I found a destination to fly to.
Yeah. Word the fuck up.
Yeah.
Damn. I'm getting vertigo just watching that right now. I'm like, damn, that's what I'm talking
MGK,
about,
that
guys.
was a perfect
Hey,
first
man.
feature. It really was.
Hey, it was.
Oh
I
my
was expecting
gosh.
a rock song. I was expecting like a punk song from him. You know what I mean?
That's what I love about him. You
That's
really
it.
never know what you're gonna get.
That's a treat. And guys, like we've said in multiple of our videos, we don't do any kind of research really on
No.
songs before we check them out.
Yeah.
We try to be as
I just
raw
seen it on
and
Instagram.
real as possible.
Him
Yes. So
promoting it, yeah. And as soon as I see something, I immediately stop reading everything. As soon
Yeah.
as we make a decision, we're gonna do a video on it. That's it.
hell yeah, guys.
And
that was
and that girl, if she's the one that did the original song on Twilight, then obviously I've heard her.
Really?
Because I loved that soundtrack,
Yeah.
that first soundtrack of Twilight.
I couldn't.
Such a dope song, and it was so fitting for the Twilight movie.
I couldn't even
So
hear the
cool.
music because the presence of Jacob was just so. You know,
Yeah.
Team Jacob all
Yeah.
the way. Am I right?
His primal wolfiness.
Man,
Mhm.
guys,
I
that
was
was
Team
that
Jacob
was
too.
MGK Taurus.
Yes.
Fuck yeah! All right, guys, it is time for
Bar of the day.
Bar of the Mother Effing Day. If you don't know what that is, you ain't been on this channel enough, and shame on you. Bar of the Day is where we, my beautiful wife and I, take our favorite bar of this track. We let you know what it is and why.
Yes.
We do that so you can kind of deep dive when it is your turn and let us know what your
Yours.
bar of the day is by leaving a hashtag BOTD down in the comment section.
This is one of our favorite times of the video because we really get to slow it down
Absolutely.
and appreciate what's behind the
music,
the
the-
initial
yes.
excitement of the art.
Absolutely.
Because
So
there's a lot that goes into this.
if
guys.
you're still watching the video and you haven't clicked off now that the reaction is over, you are a true music fan. Or you just like
Yes.
looking at our pretty faces. I mean, it could be one of the both.
Either way, we love you.
But that's why we appreciate music, and we like to kind of focus on that on this channel. We try to separate ourselves and really appreciate and take our time when it comes to the art of it.
We're a reaction / commentary.
Absolutely, and we commentary a lot.
Yep, there's two of us.
All right,
We
my
have-
darling.
We have minds of our own. It's gonna happen.
All right, my dear,
Mm-hmm.
beautiful Brit, what is your bar of the day?
All right, this is probably not a surprise because I really, hit
Yeah.
on this during the reaction. But I'm sick of hearing another voice telling me what to do in my head again. Psychiatrist said he's imaginary, but I know he's real if I said he is. And I just love
Yes.
how he came in this part too, how hardcore
That switch?
he came in. Yes.
Yeah.
And the passion, the rage, getting it all out. Like
Yeah.
I can really relate to that. I feel like that's me. On
Absolutely.
the inside. I'm a Scorpio, so I like to keep all of the craziness on the inside.
Absolutely.
But he is a Gemini moon, and they have different, parts of themselves. They're like the twins. That's what they're considered, actually. So the moon sign is your emotional stability, what makes you emotionally happy, and how your emotional behaviors kind of operate. So it doesn't surprise me that, one, he's saying this, and that, two, he likes different creative outlets to make him happy. But I've got a Gemini Mars, so I've got a little bit of Gemini in my chart.
Yeah.
I can understand this. Mars is all about your action,
Yeah.
your fighting style. So I get it. When I'm angry, I have two voices inside my head. And,
Schizo.
yeah, I mean,
Schizo.
and I love how he said the psychiatrist said he ain't real, but I know he is because he's there.
Right.
You can't tell somebody that their reality is not real just because it's different from
Right,
ours.
unless they're hallucinating.
Yeah.
Then that could be
know?
an issue. Your meds might need
Yeah.
tweaked.
It's still
I'm
their
just saying.
reality, though.
I'm
You
just
know?
saying, absolutely. All right, guys, let's check out this bar the way MGK did it.
Intended it.
I couldn't think of the word.
I'm a sedative. I'm sick of hearing another voice telling me what to do in my head again. Psychiatrist said he's imaginary, but I know he's real if I said he is.
All right, so my BOTD was it was literally a toss-up, okay? And I have a hard time picking, so it was basically, I'll read you the first one first. It was basically the continuation of Brit. It said, fighting with myself so I can't help that I'm competitive. This movie is my life. I still remain uncredited. I don't care how big I get. I still remain unedited.
All of those bars just played off of each other,
Damn.
one after another. They were
Damn.
each a bar of themselves, but it really just portrayed his story of who he is.
It's the
He did a
fighting with
great job.
literally the fighting with myself. I can't help that I'm competitive. That's
Yes.
playing off of his
Two people
voice in his head,
yes.
Brit's line, and then he's got the this movie is my life, but I still remain uncredited. He don't get the credit for
Yep.
what he deserves, you know what I mean? But it is his life. I don't care how big I get, I still remain unedited, which means he's
still
gonna stay
yes.
himself.
He's not
Absolutely.
He's not gonna have a filter on himself just because of his success. That
Absolutely.
He has now,
Bars.
which I love that.
You know, MGK has always had bars.
Yes.
He's always had style. You know,
He's unique.
Absolutely. I love seeing him do this style of music.
Yes.
But honestly, what I love more is him being passionate about what he does.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
Even if it's not something that I buy personally, I would rather him be happy and do what he loves than just do hip hop because I like the hip hop MGK. You know, it took me a while to get to that point because we were really, really big. We still are, but we were really big fans at the switch. And I was, you know, one of those people that I was afraid I was never going to hear new hip hop MGK, and that would just
happens with artists.
That would just be a tragedy to the whole
hip hop
community, just the whole genre, because we loved him that much. Yes, he is that good, and as long as he's happy and he's doing what he wants, and I get to hear a little bit of you know, hip hop MGK every once in a while, I'm happy for him. I'm happy he's where he's at. I love that this was the first one that we did on this channel. We are actually have been talking about possibly going back and doing some breakdowns of some of his older stuff. So if you guys would like that, go down and let us know.
I also have to add in the whole I seek you out. He plays off of the hook, which I love that they came back with the Twilight soundtrack. That's badass. But he said, I seek you out, find you just to remind you that when you're born an anomaly, nowadays it's probably going to be harder to find you. I love that because he's talking about the algorithms and how the whole like technology world is set up, and it's set up based on trends and what's popular. So it's going to be harder for you to be different and unique, and for you to be accepted and noticed, because they almost bury you. Not necessarily on purpose. It's just technology. It's not personal. You know what I mean? That's just how they have it set up. And I do think they need to make some tweaks on that.
I said he is fighting with myself, so I can't help that I'm competitive. This movie is my life, but I still remain uncredited. I don't care how big I get, I still remain unedited.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for you to go down to the comment section. Tell us what your hashtag BOTD is and why. Don't forget to tell us why, guys. We like to get into the lyrics, and we like to hear what tweaked other people, what got your attention, and you know, and why it made you, you know, was it just a badass bar? Did you actually, you know, did it touch you in some type of way? Not in the illegal way or anything like that, but you know, that sort of thing. Yeah, absolutely. Let us know,
we
guys.
like to get to know you guys here.
And we try to get to all the comments that we can, but we do have kids and full-time jobs and stuff, so
as the channel grows, it can get pretty cray-cray. Just know that we do read them all. We just might not be able to respond to them all.
Absolutely.
But you will hear from us in the next video, I promise. This is where we get to chat with y'all.
Yeah, especially if you hit that subscribe button.
And ring the bell so you know when we drop that next hot ish that y'all love.
That's right, guys. Before we go, I want to remind you that you are fucking loved.
And you're beautiful. Get out and do something that's all about you today, not about what society tells you to be. You get out and be a fucking anomaly.
That's right.
Because that's what you really are.
That's right, because you got 3 nipples.
Yep.
And it is what it is. You can't hide it.
Yeah.
Don't put tape over it.
Yep.
No pasties on those.
For real, love you for you, because you are you're your best friend. You've got to be that person so you can seek out and find the people that are really meant to love you.
That's right.
You know, the world's missing out on that.
That
the
is
people
right.
that are meant for you are missing out on that if you're hiding it.
That
so
is right.
Make sure that you put it out there, because being you is beautiful.
All right, guys, that's all we got. Make sure you come back and see us for the next one, because I guarantee when you do, her and I are going to be just as
real. Peace, guys.
Later.
Hey, everybody. Hope y'all enjoyed the video.
Yes, and if you want to get more involved with the videos or the channel, you guys can check the Patreon link in the description.
We appreciate your support so much. And remember to subscribe here, and you can find your favorite artists in a playlist right down here.
Later.
Peace, guys.